Dylan, how's Luke doing right now?
It appears that the surgery and everything was a success. Right now, he is getting some sleep after all of that. Until he has all his energy back, we are going to let him take it easy and sleep as long as he wants.
Thank goodness. Really.
Everly, thank you. Paying for that $30,000 surgery all by yourself like that? Also, for coming all the way to the hospital like that on foot.
What are you saying, Dylan? Of course I would do all of that for you guys. Wait, what about your wife, Kiley?
Today she has work, so she won't be able to come here. But I made sure to tell her that the surgery was a success, and that Luke is doing alright. She seems to be really relieved to hear all of that.
I can't believe she had to stay at work on a day like today, though. While her own son was having to go through such an important and life-saving surgery?
It's a very important job to her. There was no way of talking her into coming here when she has all of that to do. And I forgot to ask, but how has work been going for you, Everly?
Well, right now I'm working mostly remote, so there was no problem with me being around you guys during this event. How about you, Dylan? I'm assuming that since you were able to go to the hospital and be there during the surgery, you were able to take the day off from work?
Actually, I ended up quitting my job.
What? Dylan?
I was causing all kinds of problems for people at work by taking so much time off. I would rather have all of the people at that company not worry about whether I'll be coming into work or not. So I left. We won't be making as much money now as a family, but Kiley takes her job very seriously. So there's no need to worry about income for a while. And you helping us pay for this surgery has helped us out the most. Thank you so much for doing that, Everly.
Is that so? You have been going through a lot then.
I'll make sure to pay you back that $30,000 someday. So, can you please just give me a little time to get it all together before I hand it back? I'm so sorry for making you wait, but at this moment, I don't have all of that money just yet.
You don't have to be sorry about any of that right now. I don't mind being there to help you guys out, especially when someone in the family's life is on the line. Kiley is okay with me covering the costs, right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's just that Kiley doesn't really like me all too much, right? If she finds out that I'm the one who paid for that surgery, I'm sure she'll only become more upset with me.
I don't care how much she might now like you. There is no way she could be upset over you helping her son and us. She is not that irrational of a person.
I hope she isn't. I'll try and believe what you're saying for now. Now, I have to get back to work here soon, so I'll talk to you later. Take good care of Luke for me.
I will. Thank you again for everything, Everly.
Hey, are you not even going to give me a chance to catch up with you? Do you not feel bad for Dylan at all? Especially when we're having to worry about money right now. I haven't been trying to avoid you or anything. And when it came to that money, it was never meant to be a way for me to pick on you guys. I was just paying for the surgery to take some pressure off your guys' backs and didn't ask for him to pay it back to me in any way. But after just a week, he came to me with the money asking that I take it, and so that's all I did. What are you going on about? You were pressuring him into giving you that money back, even though you're aware we don't have the money right now. I understand exactly what's been going on here. In order to start taking advantage of us, you went and paid for our son's surgery so that you have something to hold against us now. You really are such a toxic woman, Everly. Like a black widow with the way you spin your deadly web. Why do you think I'd be doing something like that to you? Do you really hate me that much? I was just paying for the surgery so that you guys wouldn't be stressed and so that Luke would be able to live. I even told Dylan that he didn't have to pay me back a single dime because this is what family does for one another. What the heck? Are you trying to make yourself look good now by saying you have money to spare? You really are such an annoyance for me. Wait, that's not at all what I meant there. I happen to worry about you guys because you're my family, and I would never put any kind of a monetary value on you all. Luke was in trouble and needed to get that surgery. What family are you talking about? All you are is Dylan's little sister and nothing more. I hate seeing you thinking you're all that when really you're just some young, naive woman. You have no idea what you're talking about, do you? What did you want me to do then? Just leave you guys to struggle with paying for your son's surgery that he desperately needed? I don't understand why you don't like me so much and have to treat me this way. What is it about me you don't like? I hate everything about you, Everly, especially that patronizing attitude of yours. I was never expecting anything in return from you guys, though, when I paid for the surgery. If you are so upset by me giving you guys money for that, then why are you always asking to borrow money from me when it's being used on things that aren't your son? Huh? I am doing my best right now to take care of Luke, so don't you dare tell me I'm borrowing money from you that's not being used on him. When I'm in need of money, it's because I need to care for him. I don't think so. But if that's what you think, then what's the matter with me giving Dylan the money you both needed to pay for those medical bills? The problem is that you are patronizing us by paying for our son's surgery and all that. You really plan on getting things in return from us just because you paid $30,000 for a surgery? That's hilarious. $30,000 worth of pocket change is nothing to us and only makes you look even more toxic. Don't you ever talk to any of us again, you freak. Then I really won't. Please. Leave me and my family alone forever so that we can actually enjoy life without having to worry about you. But I would like you to give me all the money I lent you back, okay? If you don't, then I'll have to talk with Dylan about what to do with you. Huh? Are you trying to threaten me now? Right now, Dylan is having some of the worst days of his life. You really want to make his life a living hell or something now? I told you that's not at all what I want. Kiley, would you quit complaining about me just because you don't like the fact that I'm being kind? If you're going to say that I'm patronizing the both of you, then I would like that money I lent you back. Shut up already. Just leave me and my family alone. Do you understand? What the hell is going on with you?
Hey, I have something to ask you, Everly. Luke is going to need another surgery. Therefore, we are going to need to pay even more money for him to get the work he needs done. Please, can you find some way to lend us a bit more money for it?
Of course. I heard myself about how he's going to need another surgery. If there's anything else I can help you out with, please let me know.
I really am so sorry to ask this again, but you helping us pay for it will be huge.
Let me ask you this, though. Is your wife going to pay anything at all towards his surgery?
Right. As of this moment, we are having some financial struggles. She is only able to pay for things like the house and food. Besides that, I've been on my own. I'm really sorry that I had to tell you this, but just know that I'll get whatever money you give me this time back to you. I promise.
Sounds good. As long as this is all going towards Luke becoming a healthy and happy boy again, I don't mind lending more money. Will Kiley know anything about how you want to borrow more money from me?
I haven't really said anything to her about it yet, but she has to understand this is our only option as of right now. I think that Kiley is really thankful that you're my little sister. Our little sister, actually.
I really don't think she thinks that about me at all. I think for a good reason that she thinks I'm trying to get money out of you guys.
There's no way she's thinking that. You have been helping us out so much and never asks for anything in return. I'm sure to her there are things she doesn't completely understand and can act out a bit when we least expect it. But in her heart, I know she is thankful for you.
Well, I'm no longer going to be around you guys that much, so how she feels about me doesn't matter.
What? Wait, are you leaving us? I hope that's not what you meant by that.
I'm thinking of selling that house, Dylan. After all, I don't have an unlimited amount of money on me. I have been thinking about this for some time now, and I think that I can sell the house and use that money for some other things.
I see. That makes sense.
I'll make sure to help you and Luke out by finding you guys a new house to live in as well. And I can help you with the costs of a new place as well. But there is one rule to all of this when I begin to make my move.
One rule?
I've been told by your wife every single day that she doesn't want me around anymore. For me to no longer have any relations to her. I really don't think she has the right to be saying something like that when she's the one that's living in my house at the moment.
Wait, that's,
You feel that she's only saying things? I don't think so, Dylan. I can no longer take the way that woman behaves towards me. You guys happen to have Luke around, so I've just been trying to bear with things, but I can't do it anymore.
Then, what's this one rule you have for us when we move out of this house?
I will pay for this next round of surgery for Luke, like you've asked. And you don't have to pay me anything back for it either. But I ask that you please divorce that woman. Please.
What? Wait. That's insane!
If you don't leave her, then I'm no longer going to be able to help you out financially. I can't stand being connected to her in any way, Dylan. I never wanted things to come to this, and I hate having to ask such a horrible thing from you, but please understand where I'm coming from here.
But, no matter how much she's been causing you trouble, divorcing her is asking too much.
I see. Then how about you take a look at this? Hey, what the hell is going on here? What do you mean I have to get out of this house right now? I'm having the house sold soon. It is my house after all, so I have the right to decide whether to keep it or sell it. That's not the problem. The problem is you not asking me if I allowed that before making the decision. Do you think I'm really okay with something like that? Especially during a time when we have to deal with Luke's second surgery. That's the thing though, I don't have all that much money and his surgery costs a lot more money than one should have to be paying. If I don't have the house sold, then there won't be enough money to pay for him to get the surgery he needs. Luke is already in the hospital having to undergo more treatments, so while he's there, I think it's the perfect time to move out of the house. That's why you need to start getting yourself ready to leave. Pack your things up and let's go. I will not allow this. Does Dylan know what you're doing right now? Of course he does. Here's another thing. There are some divorce papers in the living room filled out for you, so all you have to do is sign them before you go. What? If you want more details on that, then please speak with your husband about it. Make sure all your things are packed up by the end of the day as well, and that you are out of there. Tomorrow, there will be some professional cleaners coming, as well as a realtor to inspect the place. Huh? Wait a second. Dylan, where the hell are you right now?
Where am I? I'm with my sister right now, as we sit at Luke's bedside. He is going in for surgery pretty soon here, so we have to be here while he's going under for the operation.
Hey, that freaking idiot sister of yours is asking me to get out of this house right now. Also, she's telling me to sign some divorce papers for her? What the actual hell is all of this about?
Right. All of that is exactly what it seems, Kiley. I want you out of that house by the end of the day. You can do that, right?
Huh? I have no idea what this is all about, though. What the hell are you going on about?
You and I are done with. I want a divorce, and you know the reason for why I want one, right? I already know everything. So you'd better start confessing with the true story before things get too out of hand. Now, tell me what the reason for this is.
What? What reason am I supposed to know about? There's no reason we should be getting a divorce, period. I'm not sure what all you've been told, but that's all a lie and just crap to try and get you to distrust me.
Kiley, you've been borrowing money from Everly this whole time, right?
Wait, what? I've just been doing that because of you and the fact that we don't have the money right now to pay off everything. You're never even at the house most of the time, though, so how would you know what that money's going towards?
I guess I have been out of the house quite often for things like Luke and that. And before his first surgery, I had been going to work all the time. And then after I left my job, I left you in charge of all the household bills and things like that. So, I'm sorry there. But was all that money you kept borrowing from Everly really for the household costs?
Of course it was. Of course there was a little bit of that money that went into me refreshing myself.
Refreshing yourself? Huh. What exactly were you doing to refresh yourself?
Why do you have to know all the details on that? I just went out for some drinks sometimes. Is that really such a bad thing for a working wife and mother to be doing?
You make it seem like you only went out to drink once a couple of weeks. But what about when you go 3 times a week?
What? How?
Everly ended up seeing you by coincidence downtown one day. You were heading into a male strip club down there, dressed in what some would call pretty exposing clothing.
What?
And that day so happened to be the same day that you had Everly hand you some more money. Everly was interested in what was really going on there, and so she went to one of the male strippers that came out there later and asked them what was going on with you. He told her you went there regularly to get wasted and have men entertain you, at least 3 times a week.
No, wait, he must have mistaken me for someone else then, right?
I'm not trying to make an argument out of this. You already know that this means divorce, and there is no room for discussion on that. Get out of that house now, Kiley. I'm on the verge of coming over there and kicking you out myself right now. While Luke has been going through hell due to his illness, you left us to go and have some other men fill you up.
But I had no other choice. I was so lonely and have been the whole time. You were never home to be around me, and anytime you did come home, it was only to talk with Everly.
This is during the time when our son has been in and out of the hospital due to an illness that's killing him. And you're going to complain about feeling lonely that whole time?
Well, I mean, you never even paid any attention to me, and then you both decided later to have us all living in the same house together. I never wanted her living in the same house as us. I just wanted it to be us 3 where you'd always come home to see me.
Are you kidding me right now? Things have been tough for everyone this whole time financially, while our son has been battling for his life. You want to know why we ended up living with my sister in the end? Because we couldn't pay for our apartment's rent anymore. There was no other option for us, whether you liked it or not. And the same goes for me being out of the house all the time. Are you trying to say to me right now that your feelings are more important than our own son's health?
Shut the hell up. You have no idea how hard things have been for me this whole time.
That's probably right. I wouldn't ever be able to understand how a woman who leaves her sick son to take her sister-in-law's money and to go out to have other guys on her feels. I really have no clue how you feel. But it's not like you care about how anyone else besides yourself feels. So I think we're even.
Fine. I get that the way I handled things wasn't all correct. I'll apologize for what I've done, as long as you forgive me.
No way that's happening anymore. It's not like you've actually learned anything from your actions.
I have learned, though. I'm serious.
Well, if that's true, then you must know you have to apologize to someone else as well. Right? You should know all the wrongs you have done, and should be able to take responsibility for all of them, right?
Hey, Everly. Sorry about everything. Sorry about everything? What everything are you referring to exactly? Well, about all of that money I've borrowed from you, and about saying a few rude things about you. A few. Do you mean a lot of rude things there? Also, I'm not worried about the money I handed to you. The real problem is the way you used that money I let you borrow, right? I am so sorry for lying to you and using that money to go out and have some fun. Is that enough for you now? Hold on, it looks like you're starting to get annoyed with me again. If you haven't learned anything from what you've done yet, then don't come trying to apologize to me. What? This is all because you went and started to blab to Dylan about things you weren't supposed to know about. So that's how you're really feeling right now? You're going to blame me because I told on you? I cannot believe you, Kiley. Seriously, are you like 6 years old or something? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry about that. I'm just getting a bit antsy over here is all. I will give you all that money you lent me back, so would you please forgive me already? You sure will be giving me that money you borrowed back. But whether I forgive you or not will be discussed another day, right? Please, I'm already being kicked out and will have no place to go. Also, I happen to really love Luke a lot. I don't want to see him go. What the hell are you talking about, Kiley? You don't love Luke. If you did, then you would have gone to see him when he was in the hospital. Don't start lying to me again just because you're afraid of being alone. I get what you're all about. So once you give me every cent I'm owed back, then I'll think about what to do with you. Really? Oh, thank you so much, Kiley. But for right now, I want you to sign that divorce paperwork and get out of my house. You'll be able to do that for me, right? All right. I'll bring the papers to the hospital for you guys right now. You're still there with Dylan, right? Excuse me? What are you talking about now? Are you telling me that you have the money I need back ready for me right now? Wait. That's not at all what I meant by that. But that's what you're implying, right? You just told me you're coming and bringing the papers with you right now. That should also mean you're bringing me my money, right? Which in that case means you actually have the money right now to pay me back? Hey, I have a right to carry a little extra money on me at all times. Who knows what kind of emergencies there could be, and if I need to pay you back in order to come see you both, then that's the emergency I've been saving for. I've had this money saved up forever from the money I've been earning while I work. There shouldn't be any complaints about that, right? For crying out loud, there's no use. Hey, honestly, just screw off. I don't need that money back. The fact that there are people like you in this world is probably why people get murdered all the time by their significant other. All right already, I'll pay you back double the amount I took from you. You won't have any complaints about that then, right? I can't even begin to fathom how a person like you made it this far with Dylan. I understand that he's a calm and understanding guy, but he has limits too. I don't want to talk with you anymore, Kelly. Just get the hell out of my house before I have the police go and remove you. Hold on a second. I'm going to give you back all the money, so why can't I come see you already? I'm going to the hospital right now, so just wait for me. There's no point in coming here. Just frickin' stop. Shut up and wait for me, gosh dang it. Hey, you told the front desk not to let me come in there, right? Tell me what room you guys are in right now. Hurry. What? Why the hell are you here? I told you to stay away because it's over for you. Just stop trying already and go away. And it's not like the front desk is stopping you anyway. You're Luke's mother, so they can't stop you from going in to see him. Huh? Then why are they not telling me what room he's in right now? I keep asking and asking them to tell me, but they keep saying there's no patient here right now that goes by that name. You told them to keep me away, right? You really are a freaking toxic witch. First of all, when you said you were coming here, you arrived way sooner than you should have been able to. Do you even know what hospital you're at right now? Huh? At Washington State Hospital. Luke is having to get surgery done at a specialist clinic right now, so he isn't at that hospital. You should know that he's been here this whole time and was moved out of that hospital weeks ago. What? Is that right? I must have forgotten all about that. Can you tell me the name of that clinic again for me so that I can come there? So you couldn't even be asked to remember the name of the clinic your son is getting surgery in right now? How depressing. I'm only going to ask this one time. Could you please go the hell away? I told you, I just forgot about that place is all. Now tell me the name of the freaking place. No, you're like a cancer to my family. This might be the first time your son will be cancer-free from 2 different types. After that, Kiley ran all over town looking for the clinic that we all were at with Luke, but she was never able to find the place. The thing is, the clinic was in a completely different city, so there was no way of her getting to us. She could have just asked the doctor at the hospital she was at where Luke was transferred to, but she was in too much of a rush to think of that. And to make matters worse for herself, as she was running all over, she accidentally dropped the envelope that had the money for me. She was probably spending the rest of her time looking for where it went instead of for this clinic. That right there just proves what is more important to that woman, and unfortunately, it's not her own son. The next day, a lot of things happened, but the divorce of my brother from that witch went through. Of course, when she met with him and his lawyer to talk about things, she didn't act at all like she had learned any lessons. So after everything was finalized and custody of Luke went only to Dylan, I took the both of them and we left town to move to another state. From rumors I've heard after we left town, Kiley is living on the streets, moving from town to town, looking for where we all went. How depressing of a life to live. I am so happy that I took my brother and nephew and got as far as we could away from that monster. Today, the 3 of us are living on a brand new property in a small house. Dylan was able to find himself a new job here working for a chemical company, and I've been working remotely at home while helping watch over Luke. Luke has always been a strong fighter and was able to overcome the cancer he had after that second surgery. He's even getting well enough now that we're going to start sending him to kindergarten, and I'm sure that being around other kids again will help him feel as though Kiley wasn't a part of his life in the first place. Watching Luke fight his way through all of that at such a young age, I could learn a thing or two and put that all into my own life. From here on out, I'm going to fight even harder for him, as well as for my brother, so that we can all forget about the monster that was Kiley. Audrey, I heard all about what you did recently. You gave your mother a brand new house as a present, right? Congratulations on that. How wonderful. I'm sure she's so thankful for all that money that you spent on the place and is very excited to move in.
Thanks for that. It took a lot of work to get to this point, but I was happy to treat my mom to a new house. The last one we had been living in for so long was way too old for any decent repairs, so we were told it would be best to move out. Unless we wanted to spend almost double what the house was worth fixing it.
I see. I think that kind act you did for her will stay in her memories forever. Now, I have something I want to talk to you about relating to the topic of you getting a new house for your mom.
What does he have to tell me?
You're not actually going to be living in that new house, right? Your mother, as well as my husband and I, will all be living there. Just the three of us. So you'll need to go somewhere else for us.
Excuse me?
As I just said, you're going to have to go and look for a new place to live, please. I'm sure having to look for a new place to live at a time like this will be tough on you, but I know you can find something. And if you had the money to afford a brand new house, then you must have enough to afford a smaller place, too.
Hold on a sec. What the hell is this? I was the one that bought this house, you know. What makes you think you can say things like that?
I do know that. But that place is a present for your mother, right? So that means the new house is your mother's, and she can choose what to do with it and who gets to live there.
I understand that, but this all has nothing to do with you, Kristen. I don't get why you get to live there with my brother and mom and I have to leave. The house is big enough for all four of us to live comfortably there if you really want to move in with us. There's no reason I have to leave for you both to live there.
I understand that I have no right to choose whether I'm allowed to live there or not. And I get that the house is large enough for more than just 3 people, but this happens to be what your mother is wanting.
What? My mom wants this to happen?
Your mother herself said that she wants to be living with your brother and I. You won't have any complaints about something your mom is saying, right?
You're lying, right? My mom has no reason to say something like that. Her and I have been living with one another forever now.
But your mother begs to differ now. She really wants for us two to go and live with her now instead of you. So quit your whining, please, and live with this reality.
I'm not whining about it or anything. Well, why are you acting like you're better than me or something?
Because you have no idea what's going on here. Your mother hates you, yet you still don't seem to get that.
Huh?
She's asking for your brother and I to live with her now, and for you to get out. So would you get lost now? You wouldn't want to piss off your own mother anymore after she just got such a thoughtful present from you, right?
All right, fine. Bye then.
Yay!
Mom? I just heard about this from Kristen a second ago. Are you saying that I seriously can't live in the new house with you now?
I see. So you've already heard about this from her then? I was planning to tell you this in person to avoid all the drama. That's too bad.
What? So wait, you really want me out of the house? Why, Mom? Why do I have to be the one to leave this house now?
I'm sick and tired of you, Audrey.
Huh?
Look, ever since Geoff got married and left us, I have had to live with you, right? Well, I'm tired of the life I've had with you.
No idea why you'd be tired of the life you had living with me, though. Why? What does that mean?
You have to understand just a little bit of what I'm saying here, right? I'm just tired of living with you. I've moved into a new house now and thought this was the best chance to change things up. So I decided to get in touch with Geoff and ask that they come here to live with me so that there could be a change of character back home.
What kind of reasoning is that?
It's not the best explanation of things, I know. But you wouldn't understand how I feel because this whole time you've been with me. Please, just respect what I'm wanting here and leave this house to your brother, his wife, and me.
But I'm the one that just gave you a brand new house as a present, though. You should be happy about that and feel that you owe me something now, right?
You shouldn't be saying something like that to the person you just gave a gift to, you careless woman. I'm the one that gets to decide whether or not I owe you anything in life, right?
I guess that's true considering you control yourself, but I can't agree with what's going on right now. Why the heck are you sick and tired of me, Mom? I don't ever think that there was any problems between you and I. No anger, no sadness. But now I don't know what to think about the relationship we've had.
You should understand very well the kind of relationship we had, and all the feelings that were a part of it. Now, Audrey, when are you going to get married?
Married?
Geoff was able to get married while he was still young to a beautiful woman. Seeing my little boy get married and live on his own for a while like that made me feel so much joy. Especially knowing that the woman he's with now is so kind and sweet to both him and I.
Although her true character is way more crazy than you might think.
But compared to someone like you, you're still not married to anyone yet, let alone not even having a man you call your lover. And all you've done with yourself is live with me. There's no way you'll ever find a man living with me. Are you not embarrassed to still be living with your mother and not having a man at your age?
Is that what you've been thinking of me?
Well, of course it's how I've been thinking. It's embarrassing even for me that you're in your 30s now, yet still have to live with your mom. Especially when I'm the only person you can call your parent, and this whole thing of raising you has been hard on me. Hurry up and get away from me already.
Mom! I was living at home with you all that time for your sake as well, right?
For my sake? Listen, all right, I want for there to be some excitement in my life. You don't even know how to make any jokes when you talk with me, so this whole time living with you has been boring. If you could have at least been entertaining for me, then I might still want you around, but you're not. So just leave me already, Audrey. All right? I'm going to live the life of a celebrity now, so go away.
This is scary, hearing you say those things about me. I might never be able to trust you ever again, Mom. I might never be able to trust anyone because of this.
Stop trying to act like some kind of victim. You were spoiled all your life being allowed to live in my house for over 30 years.
Fine, Mom. But are you really okay with kicking me out of the house now? I think that living with me was your best bet of continuing to have a calm and stable life.
You have no shame, do you? Saying something like that about yourself. Both Geoff and Kirsten are doing very well for themselves, so my future will be fine with them. I'm far better off with them, considering my life living with a single woman in her 30s was so dull and embarrassing.
You're telling me the life I gave you was dull and embarrassing.
Goodbye for now, Audrey. I'm not cutting ties to you or anything. Just that I want there to be some distance between us. You can come back to hang out here whenever you'd like, but you're never living in my house again.
What? What the hell?
We finished moving into the house with your mother. Starting today, the three of us will all be enjoying this brand new house you've gotten for all of us.
Is that so? Good for all of you then. Enjoy living with one another there.
Would you please not get all upset about this? Oh, that's right. I wanted to ask and see if you found yourself a new place to live yet. I happen to have a really good friend who's a realtor if you'd like me to show you to them.
I have a new place now. You don't have to worry about me anymore. There's something for you. Do you mind if I come over there later with some paperwork I can have for you and Jeff? I feel it would be best that the name of the house is changed so that you guys own it. Right now, the house is still under my name.
That's a good point. You have nothing to do with this house now, so you can stop on by and hand us those documents to sign. Then we can be the owners of this amazing house, and you'll never have a chance of coming back to live here.
Sounds good. How about I come over later today and we can fill out all of these?
We'll be waiting for you then. I guess living on your own has helped teach you how to understand your position in this family, hasn't it? Audrey, there's something I need to check with you about. I'm being asked to pay off this loan for some reason, so do you have any idea what this could be about?
You're asking me what the loan is about?
Well, I'm just asking because this house was already paid for in full by you, right? So that would mean there's no more debt that needs to be paid off, right? And if there is, you should be the one being asked to pay.
Huh? But the ones living in that house right now are you three, right? Why would I have to pay off that loan still when it's not mine to pay anymore?
Because this loan would be under your name. I was assuming that the three of us would get to live in this house for free because of that.
Did you forget something then? 1 month ago, you took my name off of that house and changed it to your own. Those papers also stated in them that the loan for the house would be changed as well to you, and that you needed to start paying it off as the new owner of that house.
What?
You should still have a copy of those papers on you, so go ahead and read through them again. I thought you read all the documents before you signed them, right?
What? How much is remaining to be paid then?
As of right now, I think you still need to be paying $2,500 a month for some time. Can you pay that?
I can't pay that kind of money. That's way too expensive for me. Were you even able to pay that kind of money every month for this house?
I was able to pay it because I happen to work a lot of hours. And actually, I have my own company, although it's all based online, so there's no physical office or anything.
Is that right? I never knew anything about that. Hey, all right, you can come back to this house now. Just as long as you help us pay the rest of this loan off, okay?
I'm sorry, Kristen. I've already gone and moved out of the state. My job requires me to live in New York in order for me to be closer to my customers. The only reason I was still living there was because Mom needed me around, but she told me that she never needed me, so I was out of there.
What? But then, what's going to happen to this house? Even with the three of us bringing in money right now, we can't afford to pay $2,500 a month.
I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I thought you already understood what came along with owning that house and were ready.
But like I was saying, I thought you had paid for this house in full when you bought it.
I did not have that kind of money that could afford the luxury of buying a new house like that in one payment. You guys are just going to have to figure something out there. I can't do anything else for you now.
Wait a second, Audrey! Hey, Audrey! Stop bullying my precious little Kirsten. You're the CEO of your own company, right? You should be more than capable of paying off that loan for us.
You're the one that started to bully me first, you ass. Kicking only me out of that house after all I did to get it for you?
I never kicked you out of the family, though, right? I told you already that I was sick and tired of living with you was all. And that's why I had you kicked out of this house.
How the hell do you get sick and tired of your own daughter like that? You really are a screwed up mother.
This is my life, and I have the right to do what I want with it. You have no right complaining about what my life is like. Look, Audrey, you bought me this house as a way of being a good little girl for Mommy, right? Well, then make sure you finish the job and pay off this present to me in full.
I don't care about being kind to you anymore, Mom. That feeling of wanting to be a good daughter to you is gone now. I was going to pay off that loan all by myself at first, but then you kicked me out of there without even giving me a choice.
I didn't know that you had to get a loan to afford a house like this. Oh, jeez, you are such a stingy little jerk. work. I wouldn't call something like this a thoughtful present from you.
What makes you think you can start calling someone like me who can even afford to get a loan in the first place stingy? I like to think that you have no right saying things like that about me when you've been the most useless mother I've ever seen. But at least I don't have to think of you as my mom anymore because those days of calling you family are over.
Then I guess you're no longer my daughter. Geoff seems to have his crap together and knows how to be a good son, but then there's you.
Then why don't you ask that well-behaving and put-together son of yours to pay for the house?
Geoff already went and found a woman and got married, which is more than enough for me. Probably the best gift I've ever received as his mother. All you've done is lived in my house for years and years like a little toxic parasite.
Even though I was the one paying all the bills and groceries.
You were still living with me in my house in your 20s, so of course you had to start paying. You really have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm being told by a woman like you that I have no idea what I'm talking about? Well, so be it. Looks like you're all starting to get all worked up a little after I left the house. So you guys will soon see just how much I did know what I was talking about. Good luck living life with peanut-sized brains like those.
Gosh dang it. You really have to put a stop to the life I could be living right now. What am I going to do about this? Especially when those two have told me they're in debt right now.
Huh? What's this about them being in debt?
Those two ended up failing at whatever business they were trying to open, and that led them into some serious debt. I only heard about this from them a little bit ago, though.
Seriously? Friggin' idiots. So does this mean the two ended up tricking you?
What do you mean they tricked me? Explain yourself right now.
Well, whatever. None of that has anything to do with me now. I hope you'll do your best to get out of that mess now.
Hold your horses! Audrey! Audrey, please listen to me. They are putting interest on our payments now, and we'll need to pay even more. Can you please lend us some money?
Huh? What? What are you going on about this time?
I'm being serious right now. The both of us will keep our promise to you.
I heard something from my mom about this, but you and Jeff ended up having a failed business, it seems. Which then led to you two taking on a lot of debt, right? I'm not sure a woman like her was telling me the truth, though.
Wait, all of that debt will be taken care of right away, so you don't need to worry about it.
Idiot. I highly doubt you'll be able to take care of it, so stop lying. I bet you both lied to my mom to move in there, also you could sell it and use that money to pay off your debts, right?
What? Why? How do you know about that?
Huh? You guys were actually planning on doing that. Frick, man. I know you guys are freaking crazy and all, but not even I thought that would actually be your guys' plan, and that's why I was just joking then.
Hold on, that was just a joke. Wow.
Cut it out already. You really did think you could take that house and sell it off to make all the money you needed, right? And then you would have just left my mom with no house or nothing? I see. I wonder how you got my mom to believe that she was going to be living like a celebrity with you guys.
We know that with our next business, we'll be able to make loads of money. And once we have all of that money from the booming business, we were going to give you and your mom some of that money as a way of paying you guys back for the house.
You really think I'm going to believe something like that? Anyways, you guys will still be able to pay off that loan, right? Your name is on it now, so I have nothing to do with it anymore.
Wait! I get it now. If you lend us some money, I'll pay you back triple what you've given us. So can you please find some way to wire us the money we need? Please!
I'm sorry, but it's not happening. Just give up on asking me, please. I'm not the kind of woman who loves throwing her hard-earned money away like that.
No way, Audrey! Come on!
Hey, would you freaking stop trying to call me all the damn time? You're the one that keeps trying to call me for all these hidden numbers, right? I'll tell the police about this and we'll have them deal with you if you keep it up.
Please do not do that. You've already gone and blocked all our numbers, so I had to start calling you from other hidden phone numbers. I can't believe you even went and blocked Geoff like that when he's your own family. Are you really that heartless of a person that you cut ties to all of us?
I am, actually. I had to become heartless in order to save myself from all those headaches. The moment they stabbed me in the back like that, I let go of my feelings for my family and said goodbye. I'm going to block this number of yours as well, and then probably change my number so you can never call me. Understood?
Please, Audrey, listen to what I have to say. Right now, our new business is actually doing very well.
It is.
We've been getting a lot of customers and have so much money now that we can actually breathe again. And that debt we both had from that last business has all been paid off now. So, now that you've heard the good news, would you mind investing in our business?
Investing in it?
Yes! If you can do that for us, we'll pay you back 3 times the amount you put in. How does that sound? I'm sure this all sounds wonderful to your ears, right?
Then, tell me why, if you're both doing so well money-wise right now, is my mom in jail for theft?
What?
Every once in a while, some of my friends from back home will send me news articles showing me what's going on around there. You all are really just so pathetic. She was caught trying to steal bread from a supermarket. And it wasn't just her that was trying to steal from there, but another man she was with too, who happens to still be on the run. Let me guess, the man still on the run is Jeff?
No, I'm sure that man just has the same looks and first name is all.
If you tell me the truth here, then I might still be willing to help you out with whatever the hell you want.
Really? You're not just saying that to get me to confess?
I'm being serious, but you've already made it clear that you're lying to me right now just by suggesting that I'm wanting you to confess.
Crap. Right now, I'm in really big trouble and I don't know what to do. Your mom is in jail right now and I haven't been able to get any response from Geoff. I literally can't do anything right now because everyone is gone.
So where are you right now?
I've been staying the night at Jonathan's, but I'm starting to run out of money and won't be able to pay for food anymore. I'm starting to think my best option now is to steal some money from the cash register and just run away from here.
Don't do that. If you try that one, you'll end up in the same place my mom is right now. I'm not going to really be able to do much for you, though, so maybe it's better that you're in jail and given a place to sleep.
Hey, why the hell would you say that? Can you at least give me enough money for another week of food here so that I can stay? I just need 500 or so, please?
How about you ask your own family for help?
After my first business with Geoff failed and we went into debt, my parents both cut ties to me. I had already used up so much of their money on that business and it went to waste.
I can totally understand why they felt the need to cut you out of their lives. And that's the same way I feel about you. Now, talking any more to you is only going to be a waste of my time, so I'm blocking you now. Bye-bye.
What? Hold on for just one more minute, please. Please just do something for me. I'm in trouble right now. There's nothing else I can do for myself.
I keep on saying no over and over again to you, all right? Why can't you just accept that as my answer and F off? You really have no idea what's going on here, do you? After that, I went and blocked that number as well, and then went and changed my phone number. From then on, I was never ever contacted by Kirsten again. What I heard the next day from one of my friends is that she ran out of that Jonathan's with a handful of cash from the register, but didn't have the stamina to outrun the police car that was parked right outside. She had no energy left to fight the police, and they were able to take her right to jail that night. When things came to Jeff, he was arrested in another town over for theft. He was then taken to court with his mom to sit through a hearing where they were both charged with general theft and had to pay large fines to all the stores they robbed. This also landed them with a felony charge, and they now have to be on parole for the next 2 years. I feel that my whole family turned out to be criminals of all sorts, and it makes me a little sad. But the fact that they really aren't my family to me anymore helps me easily forget about everything they're going through. There is one thing that I've been wondering about, and that's the business that both Jeff and Kirsten had before, and I'm thinking that the business they were putting their time into is scamming others. I can say for sure that that's what the last business was, but that's my hunch. After all the cases were concluded at the courthouse and everyone was on parole, Jeff and Kirsten got a divorce and lived different lives from one another. I like to think that they were better off staying together so that they could work to pay one another's fines off while serving their parole. But they can do whatever they please as two fully grown, brainless adults. As for my mom, she had tried to get her son to take her with him as he got himself a very small and old apartment. But after she failed him during their hit on the supermarket, he cut ties with her and said that she should rot in hell for getting him caught. With no other options for housing, she ended up going to a women's shelter downtown and has been living there with other distressed women who have also been through a lot. I do feel bad for what happened to her, but being tricked by both my brother and his wife into letting them stay with her instead of me. But after all I had done for her and not an ounce of respect given back to me after all that, I was totally done with her, and to this day, I like to think about how her celebrity lifestyle is going. When it comes to my life currently, I've been working hard in New York making more money for myself. My business is also doing really well, and I'm getting close to closing a deal where I'll have my company merged with another of the same profession. And when that happens, I'll be getting my own office and named VP of the company while getting a really good raise to my salary. I will, however, make sure to keep all my information private online, though, in order to avoid anything from Kirsten in the future. I wouldn't want to get hundreds of calls from her again like last time, so if anyone is wanting to talk to me, they can call my secretary and I'll get back to them on an undisclosed line. Now the only other thing left for me to do is go out and find myself a man. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.